little shorty coming out of the suburbs. Don't think it's sweet, boo, you can still get murked. My name all in your mouth, bet it tastes like dessert. Mad I got the juice and you dry like the desert. Why you mad, ayy? Cause I'm in my bag, ayy. Worry about me, worry about your showing price tag. See me glowing up and all these haters wanna be mad. Stuck in the same spot while I'm getting jet lag. Catch me out of state, making a moves becoming great. Ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody wanna plate. Wanna seat at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every moving. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of KBs KommUnity. I'm here today with my guest artist, Ja-Dubb. What's good, Ja-Dubb?
What's up?
How
How you
are
guys
you?
doing? I'm doing good.
Doing good? So, we're going to start out by asking you, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Ja-Dubb?
Well, Ja-Dubb, I would say I am a strong individual. I am a loving, kind person, and I'm a great artist, very versatile,
You're fire.
kind-hearted, just all the way around the border, just a genuine person, outside of music
Yeah.
and in music as well. So,
Mm-hmm. I could feel that off of you. Mm-hmm.
you know, and then I'm just Ja-Dubb. Like I could be goofy sometimes, or you know, or I can, just be chill. So I'm just me. Like I'm just me, genuine to anybody that's genuine to me. So
Yeah, I feel that. Otherwise, so here's the thing. I don't gatekeep my show. I only gatekeep my show if your energy is off. So I could feel off of you that you're a good person, you're genuine, and you care about the music. And I can see that you like to collaborate as well. So like that's really why I wanted you to come, because I just wanted to shine a light on you and I wanted to talk with you and just get to know you a little bit. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you.
So when did you first start making music?
I was like I was about 6 years old. That's when I started playing the piano. So I was always playing the piano, but singing, I would probably say about when I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
That's when I got in the choir at church and stuff, because I was always playing the organ or something at church. But then they have figured out that I knew how to sing, and I said, "Oh, you gotta go sing or whatever." Then I started doing both at the same time. So it was just, probably like 12 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did you start pursuing it like seriously?
I would say like in the middle of high school. So it's like I was like 16. So I would say like you was there. I would say like was it sophomore year or junior year? I think it was sophomore year. I think.
Okay.
17. So yeah, that was like sophomore or junior year.
Okay. And then something happened that just made you say, I really want to start doing music now and like actually making a name for myself in it.
Yeah, because I saw this one dude, like I saw people doing music videos and whatnot. So I had hit up this dude on the south side of CTM Films, and so he was just started doing my music video. My first music video was Vent. So I used to make my own like little videos off of acapella. You know how they had it like the 4 squares you can just do.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing.
I remember that.
I used to be doing my own stuff, but I'm like I needed to have my stuff looking more professional. So that's when I paid a cameraman. When I was like 16, it was just my McDonald's checks. I used to work at McDonald's.
Okay.
And to just fund it or whatever to fund everything that I wanted to do. So I took it seriously around like when I was 16 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of your proudest accomplishments in music so far, and in your like career in music?
So when I did the homicide video, I hit like 40K on YouTube. That was like the first like wow. And then they played it in jail. So what's the thing? JPay. They had it on JPay in jail.
Okay.
I was on 414 Spotlight, and they had the billboard. I was on the billboard, and they played my song of Jill. And when I first, like, some random person was like, "Hey, I seen you on my screen when we was in jail and they was playing your song."
That's
And I was
crazy.
like, "Wow, really?" They was like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." They was like, "They played that in jail," and I was like, "Man, it just touched my heart because they was relating with me,
Hmm.
and they played it up in jail, like all the jails, like the prisons. I'm sorry, in the United States, because it's on the TV. You know how you in
Hmm.
jail, you just got one TV, and they play different artists and stuff. And I had the opportunity to be like in front of them, and they was playing it. So and then somebody remembered me because they got out of jail, and I was like, "Oh, really? Like, yeah, that's cool." And then
That's fire.
that's one
That's touching.
accomplishment. And then when I used to play the piano, well, the piano is just like, I would say, easier for me.
Okay.
I used to play in competitions and recitals and stuff, and I used to win like the medals and stuff and all that for the orchestra. Um, and then recently, um, I just was collabing with, I would say some of the bigger Milwaukee artists or whatever, like Moolah March, Chicken P, and stuff like that.
Oh, good for you.
I would say that's an
It
accomplishment.
definitely is.
Um, you know, just performing. I've performed out of town several times. I performed, here several times at the Jam Fest. Um, I would say that's an accomplishment, but the biggest one I would say is the 40,000 views and the billboard. Like, if I had my face on the billboard, that was like a big accomplishment to me.
That's really cool. You got pictures of it, the billboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to see them sometime.
Yeah. I'm gonna see you. Okay.
Okay. So, okay, what has been your biggest challenge in doing this?
Um, I would say, like, cause at first I was kind of more of on the rough side of things, and I was really just trying to figure out who I am. So I was more like, just being a female, period, and rap is really hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just really hard being a female, period. So I would say that would
Mhm.
be, because males don't really try to take me seriously
Exactly.
unless and then it's like I show them, like, oh, this is me, or this is what I can do.
Mhm.
So that was making it kind of hard. Like, I'm a female in a male dominated workplace.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah. Been there.
that was kind of like a challenge. And then also just, you know the finances for it.
Mhm.
It's a lot of finances going into it, and I was spending my own money, just doing it, keep doing it. Like, even when I didn't have money, I was doing it. Even if I had my last $100, I spend it on a music video,
Mm.
and that can just tell, like, oh, she really like doing this, because last $100 somebody probably would have just saved it or spent it on something else.
Right.
But I'm like,
That shows you got faith in it.
yeah, like, and yeah, those are like kind of like the downsides of it, but
Mhm.
I still continue to do it. So,
Yeah. So, what do you think made people start taking you seriously?
um, I would say when I started getting like the following, and I would say the clout,
Mhm.
because like for a long time nobody was really like listening to me. I was getting like 10 views instead of like 20 views, and then as I like kept going and kept going, and they'll see everybody talking about me on Facebook, everybody talking about me on Instagram, and like everybody was Jada, Jada, like everybody was just talking. So once they saw that, they was like, "Oh dang, they talk about this girl." You know how it
Mhm.
go, like crabs in the bucket.
Exactly.
And so it's just like, and then I learned, like, the more people talk about you, then like the
Exactly.
more people
And the
support
thing
you.
is, if it's good, if it's bad, they're
Yeah.
still talking and it's still bringing you that traffic and that attention.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. So yeah.
have people been nice?
Um, I mean, a lot of people have been nice.
Mm.
A lot of people actually, like strangers, that have been nice. like, are you okay? Like, you doing good? You J? Like, I just got off the phone with somebody who was like, man, you still Ja-Dubb? Do what you doing? Like, you still out here? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I do have like, a few people that's like, some hating stuff, but they still watching me. They still comment on my stuff. So it's like
Right.
you obviously want to be here, like watching me. So
Exactly. Either way, it's an obsession, right?
yeah. So
So, have you at any point wanted to give up, or is that something that never crossed your mind?
I would say like recently, like with all the stuff like that happened, I was
Mm.
like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Like, you know what I'm
Do you
saying?
mind talking about what happened? You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to keep that private, that's cool.
It was just like a small little incident. Well, I wouldn't say small, but it was like basically almost lost my life. And almost died. So that kind of just made me feel like, dang, I can't even walk. Like I was in the hospital, and everybody was like, "Oh, can you come perform here? Can you perform here? Or can you do this? Can you do the studio?" I'm like, I can't even do it. Like I can't
No.
even walk. I can't even like you know what I'm saying. So that kind of made me want to give up. But the more and more I just kept like getting better and healing, I'm like, I can still do it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I can still do this. Like even though all that stuff happened, I can still do this because it's
Right.
just like something's like pushing me to still do it. Like even like when I was in the hospital, I was still writing and trying to rap and stuff, and it was just like I guess this is what I'm supposed to be doing in
Yeah.
life. So
That's the thing. Like, I feel like if you came that close to death, I'm sure you see things through like a different lens now, you
hmm
know? And if that's something that you're like, nah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, then it's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
definitely.
Um, and so it makes it so much more special to me that you are here today, like right now, sitting down with me, because it was literally the day that you were supposed to be on my show that you got into the accident.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. So I'm like, the fact that you're here is just powerful to me right now, if I'm being honest. It's
Yeah,
powerful.
I'm just grateful that I'm even here for real. Like, cause I literally felt like I was gonna die. Like, but God was just like, nah, it's not your time. It's not your time. Like, get up. Like, it's not your time. And that moment right there was really powerful to me because like I had God like through everything I was going through. Like even though I felt like I was trying to check out, like you know what I'm saying. But something like just got got up with me. It was like, man, you gotta get up, cause I felt like God was saying like it's not your time to go. Like you got plenty of stuff to do. You 23 years old. You just got your bill where you just got all this stuff like popping off and just did a music video. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he was like, nah, like no, it's not. It's not your time. So,
You're a strong person.
mhm.
And the fact that I know it wasn't long ago, so the fact that you're still living and like you're by not as in like you're still alive, but you're still living life. Like you're up and
Right.
you're walking and you're
hmm
here, and you really could be at home resting if you wanted to, you
Yeah.
know. And
I've been resting for too long.
yeah, tired of it.
Mhm.
Okay, so how have how have other local artists treated you? Have they been like open, like have they been kind to you? Have they been open to you? I don't mean like after the accident. I just mean in general. How do you see other local artists?
I would say in Milwaukee, it's kind of like a popularity type of thing. So
Yeah.
I would say I'm kind of popular, but I'm not popular as what
Mm.
I could be, but I just don't do what they do. You know,
As in
if
you
that
don't
makes
move
sense.
funny.
Yeah.
I get
So
it.
I could,
Exactly. You could.
but it's just not in me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, but majority of them, they treat me cool. Like they see me, they're able to, you know what I'm saying, They like, hey, Ja-Dubb will do. Some of them don't say anything, which
Hmm.
I really don't care. And
Right.
then, you know, some of them just look at me kind of weird. And then a lot of them show love though. A lot
Yeah,
of them show love.
that's
So,
good. I like to hear that.
hmm
So, okay. My bad. I just blanked for a second. Um, are you born and raised in Milwaukee? And do you see yourself here long term?
yeah, I was born and raised here. I don't see myself here long term. Just out branching. My father and my mother is born in Chicago,
Okay.
so I could have been born in Chicago, but they moved here. So, but
Yeah.
I still go to Chicago back and forth, or whatever, every single week,
Okay.
probably. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I see myself not here.
Okay. Long
Yeah.
term, is there anywhere in mind that you would go?
It's like a lot of places I want to go. I would say like Arizona, Atlanta, of course, for music. Um, Houston, Florida, Orlando, Miami. Where else? Probably New York for music, probably, and then just anywhere that's hot.
Hmm.
That's better, something different.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way. It's like I enjoy the fact that we can get all the season, well, 2 seasons here. We get
Mhm.
winter and we get summer, but
Spring, not too much.
nah. But I don't know. I'm like, would I be burning up? Would I be melting somewhere else? Would I want to come back? Would I want to see the snow? Like,
No, you would not, and it's just like I think you would be better like in like the hot weather because you'll feel better, like your skin will be better.
I was thinking that.
The melanin in your skin will be
Hmm.
just so you'll just feel so great.
Probably get less depressed.
Yeah, less
Yeah,
depressed for sure.
yeah. So, who are your biggest inspirations music wise?
I would say Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys, um, Aretha Franklin, um, Rihanna,
There she is, right on the
Rihanna.
wall,
That she not. I
giving
like
us them
yeah.
eyes.
I love Rihanna. Like I used to love her so much when I was like a teenager. So. But yeah, definitely Alicia Keys and Mary J. Blige for sure.
Okay. And then, do you have role models who are in your life personally?
Like mentors.
Like mentors.
Yes, I have about three. Um, Kaylee Crossfire.
Oh, okay.
You know who that
Yeah,
is?
I've heard of her.
Yeah, that's the personal. Like she really put me on to like doing shows out of town and stuff, and showing me the business side of it,
Hmm.
like the ASCAP and everything. Um,
Yeah.
then one more lady, her name is Kai Simone. I don't think you really know who she is, but she's amazing person. I was in the first band. She had me in my first band. No, I was like 12. No, I was like 14. I was playing the piano. We was going around, and she's a great mentor. And then one of my other friends, Mallory, she's a good person to talk to um, about life, just not even about music, just like about life. So those are like the three
Okay, that's
people.
cool. And then, where outside of Milwaukee have you performed?
Ooh, okay, a lot of places. Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Um, oh, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Indiana. What is it called? Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
Yeah,
Okay.
Indianapolis. And then New York, and then I performed in Atlanta a lot of plenty of times. I would say that's it, but I want to do like more of like California and stuff like West
Okay.
Coast and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely
Oh, Vegas too.
oh really?
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
That's definitely a place that you want to get your name out.
in California.
California and Vegas, actually. So,
I
yeah.
never been to California. I want to go so bad,
I only
but
went once. I went last year.
I went to Vegas plenty of times.
Really.
Hmm.
How is Vegas? A lot of people like it. Some people are like, it's kind of trash.
I love Vegas. Like it's, I would say Miami's probably better,
Okay.
but Vegas is definitely somewhere to visit. Like they have a lot of stuff to do. Like anything you want to do, they have it there, and the weather is great, and it's just a ball. It's a
Yeah.
ball in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go one day. One day. Maybe this year. Maybe I'll go in July around my birthday. Who knows?
July, you a Cancer?
I am. You too. When's yours? June 22nd. Oh, so you're like in the beginning. Okay. Oh, you starting us off. I'm July 10th. So, yeah. Aw. What about you? What's yours?
Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
Mine,
I could see that.
yeah, it just
Yeah.
passed January 4th. So
Okay.
mm,
January what?
4th.
4th. Okay. Got you. So, do you make friends in the industry and locally, or are you one of those people who prefers to keep it like business and not cross a line?
At first, I was making friends in the industry, yes, but I kind of now that I'm kind of realizing everything that I went through and stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to just be business instead of
Mhm.
friends.
Mhm.
Um, cause it's just better off like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather be like business partners
Mhm.
instead of friends because if you mix the two, it's not gonna probably turn out right.
You're right.
So,
And I feel like at some point most artists will have some type of experience that will kind of make them feel the way that way. Not everybody. And it also
mhm,
depends on how long you're in it. I feel like is when you start to see different aspects. But
mhm.
yeah, I definitely can get that.
Yeah, I just it's a lot of situations where I wish that I would have just been business partners instead of friends. But
Mm,
I'm the type of person that's just like I'm just so caring and loving. I'm just like I want to be your friend, but then it's
yeah.
just like they don't want to be your friend. Like they want to just be perform here and just do this song like. And I just kind of didn't get that through my head
Yeah.
at first because I was
Mhm.
just so like, oh my god, like this person's my friend and I want to do
Mhm.
this, and that for them, and you know what I'm saying. So, like,
I feel like we go into it knowing that we have like common interests with these people and kind of see them. You kind of feel like they got to be like you, right? They
mm-hmm,
got to be open and supportive and all of that. But like, that's not everybody. Yes, you will find people that are, but I feel like using discernment when it comes to that is important.
mm-hmm,
Um, so yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's better just business.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you more of a writer or are you more of a freestyler?
I would say both, but I would say I'm probably more of a writer.
Okay.
I'm a writer, yeah,
Yeah.
because I have wrote for other people as well too. So I just don't write for me. I write for other people. Like we'll be in the studio. Say I got a business with pleasure. I'll be in the studio with a friend or like whatever business partner,
Mhm.
and then they'll be rapping. And they'll be like, "Man, I don't know what to say." Then I'll give them like, "Say this," and then they just say it or whatever. Like help them finish the song or whatever, and then it'll end up being real good. So I would say I'm more of like a writer.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I wish I could be better at freestyling. Here's the thing, I can come up with some fire freestyles if I'm at home, just like playing, right? But
Hmm.
put me on the spot and I'm gonna freeze up.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
me too.
definitely a
Yeah,
writer because
yeah,
of that.
that's me too. All the way. Like I can freestyle like to a certain extent. Like I can be like da, 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 but then I'll freeze up. Like I'll freeze
Mhm.
up probably like
Stop making sense.
50, yeah, to like 50 seconds in, I'll freeze up like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like so much pressure, so much cameras and stuff on you and stuff.
Mm,
So, but I would say I'm more of a writer though. Like,
okay.
mhm.
I feel like I almost feel like I'm not gonna say they're not equal, but I feel like writing can help you to become more versatile because you can see on words what you or sorry, you can see in words and on paper or virtually or whatever what it is you want to say. And then I feel like at some point those words get seeped into your mind anyway. And so if you want to like rapid fire, you already kind of have something to work with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So,
feel like freestyling. You want to know why I think freestyling, like people can freestyle.
mm,
Like if you have like a story, then you can freestyle because it's
yeah.
just like now I'm kind of like getting into like freestyling for real because I have a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like like you could just sit up there and listen to a beat and just be like da 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 da. Like you could just it's like you talking like basically like a poem or something. But versus writing, you just thinking of something. But when you have a story to tell, like when you have a testimony, then you could just it could just flow. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
No, you're right. You're right.
like some people like that be trying to freestyle, they just be just talking about money, cash, and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then versus people that freestyle that actually tell a story, like tell their story, like what happened in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and now like that this stuff happened to me, I feel like I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
I have a story now. Like I had a story back then, but like now I really, really have a story. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I don't know. But yeah, that's
You got any new music coming out of it anytime
man.
soon?
Yes, I've been writing. No, I actually been just freestyling,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to go to the studio. I need to go to the studio. I got a lot of like just written stuff, like unreleased stuff that I have that I need to go to the studio to
Mm-hmm.
record ASAP. ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. And it sounds good. It's like a mixture of R&B, rap, everything. Like, you know, it's a little bit of dance hall music like Jamaican and
Oh, I
shit.
love that.
And like, what's her name? Tim, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that and stuff. So it's just like a lot of stuff like that I have, but I gotta record it. But it's definitely coming.
Okay. I'm excited to
Definitely
hear it. Get
coming.
to work. Get started.
Definitely
We
coming.
waiting on it. So, in the past or even currently, like, what is most of your music about?
Um, I would say it's about like my story, like my past, and like how I grew up and stuff, and some of it is about like love and like relationships, and, um, get money hustling and stuff like that. But this time, I just want to make it about me, like and who I
Mm-hmm.
am and my story, like everything, and how it like resonates to other people as well. Um, my upbringing, stuff like that, and like how I feel. Like most of the music I make is how I feel because I'm not really much of a talker, so I usually put everything into my songs
Mm-hmm.
because I can express how I feel more in a song instead of like trying to tell somebody like talk to them.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm better off like singing it or
Mm-hmm.
rapping it or playing it instead of like talking to somebody and telling them, "Oh, this is how I feel."
Right.
Because every time I do that, it doesn't work. They don't get it. They,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. But every
Mm-hmm.
time I do it in a song, it's like, "Oh, I
But
see what you saying."
poetically,
You know, I see what you
yeah,
saying.
I get that for sure. Because I'm kind of the same way. You wouldn't know I'm not a talker because I have, or yeah, because I have a podcast. But in everyday life, I honestly would rather either show you than tell you, or put it in a song,
Right.
and you can decipher it or not. I don't care. But either way, this is my expression. I feel like art is the best form of expression. It's better than just sitting there and telling,
Mhm.
you know. Yeah.
Definitely.
So you got anything to ask me?
Yes, 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 yes. So when did you start doing music?
mm, I would say 2018. Long pause for various reasons, and then seriously got back to it like 2020. Was afraid to drop anything until 2021. Like my music was literally on the radio before I dropped anything because I was really that scary. So yeah, but then once I realized, I don't know, I realized how much I loved it. I realized that it was bigger to me than, like you said, popularity contest, and like it feels like an actual, like a path you're supposed to take, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like who knows what else it leads to. Just like it led me to this podcast really, and wanting to sit down with other artists and have them express themselves, you know.
All right.
So yeah, music leads to a lot of other things, and you can help your community in ways you never knew just by gaining a little bit of a voice, you know.
Mm, I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
So, like when you said like that, you were kind of not like you was kind of took a break. Why
Hmm.
was that?
I was afraid of how I would be perceived, honestly. I grew up like in a real religious household. And so, honestly, if you listen to any of my music that I've released, I don't have a single cuss word in it.
Yeah,
And that's probably going to change in like the future because I'm just more comfortable in who I am these days.
yeah.
But I was terrified, if I'm being honest. I was terrified of how people would see me. I was terrified about being gossiped about. Oh, she's living her life like this and that just because you see me expressing myself in a way you don't understand, you know?
Right.
So I literally had like a whole dilemma over it. I literally got depressed about it.
Yeah.
And then once I finally did start sharing it, I got like hundreds of unfollows from people that I've known
Mm.
most of my life growing up.
Uh,
People don't like
oh.
to accept to see a new version of you.
Yeah, they
It's
really don't.
threatening.
Hmm. I just feel like when people do that, like people that unfollowed you,
Mm,
that you know, like people, it's not gonna be the people that you know that's gonna support you. It's gonna
yeah,
be people that you don't know,
exactly.
complete strangers.
Hmm.
Um, and it's kind of sad, but it's gonna be complete strangers that support you
Before
before
your own
somebody
people.
that you know.
Hmm.
It's the simple fact that, like you said, they don't want to see you go into the new version of you.
Hmm. Because
Um,
that threatens their reality, honestly.
and then they already think they know you too.
Hmm.
They
Exactly.
think they know. Oh, this is her, and she doesn't cuss. And like, no, this is not me. Like,
Hmm.
then they kind of have a hard time trying to, get to know the new you that you're trying
Exactly.
to perceive, and then they're just like, oh no, I'm
I don't
gonna
like this
unfollow her.
version.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
So,
like this. She wilding. I literally had people from 3 states calling my mother at 25, 26 years old. I'm like, y'all tripping, but okay. Like, worry about yourself a little bit. But,
right,
I
yeah,
mean, in their minds, it was in my best interest. And that's the thing. You got to accept people. You don't have to accept certain behaviors from people, but you have to accept that a lot of people are stuck where they are,
yeah,
and they can't understand you growing into something else or continuing on a different path that they can't understand.
hmm,
So I try not to fault them for it. Yes, it hurt my feelings a lot, but you can't fault people if they in their minds have your best interests at heart. You can just place boundaries and distance yourself, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not good for your own self to
I feel like
hold on to it.
people, they gonna be who they are regardless.
Mm,
They just gonna be who they are. They gonna believe what they believe about you, and it's you can't change their mind. Like you
right.
can't. It's just something with in them, and you just gotta pray for that. You gotta pray for them to see different, or just try to see different and try to understand. Because I'm a very understanding person.
Mm,
Most people are not.
right.
So that's just how they that's just how they are. So you just gotta be like, this is how they is. Like,
Hmm.
and just move on. Like, it might be somebody you love. Like, but you gotta realize, like, this is how they are, and
Yeah.
they're never gonna change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And once
So,
you accept that, is really when you can move forward. But it
mhm,
hurts sometimes because when you have a certain perspective of people, and then it just changes one day, it can kind of shock you.
mhm,
But
yeah,
oh,
it's
you
right.
just scratched your head. I know what that means. That means, ooh, girl, I got some stories. But yeah, yeah, that's really it. Um, if you could collaborate with any 5 artists, who would they be, including producers or anybody else?
Producers too.
Hmm.
I'll do Hitmaker. Um, Alicia Keys. Um, um, Summer Walker. Yeah, yeah, that's two people. Um, like I was like that's like Snoop Dogg.
Okay,
Um, and then I got one more person. NBA Youngboy.
okay.
NBA
That's
Youngboy.
an eclectic list. I like it. That's different.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think what mine would be. Probably okay. Janae, Aiko. Because I feel like for some reason I feel like me and her, our tones would sound really good together.
Mm-hmm.
I love to work with Pharrell just because I feel like he's so out of the box and just dope. Timbaland would be fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. I need to get a rapper in there. Nicki, you gotta get Nicki. Love you some Nicki. Um, I don't know who would be the 5th one. A man, Lucky Day.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a good roster. That's a good
Hmm.
roster.
So, okay, if you could make a difference in the community, what would be one thing you would like to see changed or made better?
I would like to see everybody working together. Because it's a lot of like competition, and it's a lot of you know clicks, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would like to see everybody working together, um, instead of going against each other.
Yeah.
Um, because with us working together, will make an impact on Milwaukee for
Exactly.
sure. Like Chicago, they work
Hmm.
together.
Exactly.
Chicago works together. Like
Almost everywhere.
everybody in Chicago, yeah, they got their
Mhm.
little south, out west, south, but they work together.
Right, because they understand the bigger thing that they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, so I just wish that would just be
Hmm.
put into place here
And
in
here's the
Milwaukee.
thing, I've had other people say that here. So I feel like there's a strong possibility the right people will find each other and start working together. I also know there's a lot of eyes on the city right now.
Yeah,
Lots of
definitely.
labels are thirsty, honestly.
Yeah.
And so the quicker people can stop being clicky and divisive and like work together, the quicker we're gonna be taken seriously. I
Hmm.
feel like, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Definitely.
Hmm. Would you do you want to be like a superstar one day, like extremely famous?
I wouldn't want to be famous, but I want to be financially stable.
Okay.
Just, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's my goal
And
too.
I don't care what I gotta do. Like, I don't care if I gotta rap. I don't care if I gotta make clothes. Like I
Mhm.
just want to just be. I don't care if I gotta sit in front of a camera and vlog or whatever. I just want to be financially stable and be able to, provide for my family stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
No, I feel like that should be the end goal for everybody.
like
And I
all
feel
the
like if everybody was more worried about money than popularity, it would probably be easier for us to all, you know, get there.
definitely,
So,
definitely.
all right. Well, we gonna wrap it on up. You got any final comments, questions, concerns?
Yes, I just want to thank you for bringing me on, um, and just listening to me and
Of course.
just you know, just opening your door, opening your arms,
Thank you.
because not a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying to
Hmm.
me. So I just thank you for just bringing me on here,
Thank
and
you.
just giving me a chance to, you know, express myself, and for people to hear my voice and to hear what I gotta say. And you have some very great questions as well.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
so
That's because I'm the person who's gonna. I want to deep dive into you, not just the artist. I want to deep dive into who you are because I feel like that's a part of how we start working together better when we know and understand each other.
right,
So I just, yeah, I want to be that person who opens up and lets people, express themselves.
right.
So no, thank you so much for saying that. That was really
Thank
sweet.
you're welcome.
All right, Ja-Dubb, everybody, check out her music. She's dope. And thank you again for being here. And thank you for all listening. Thank you. See you next time on KB's Community. You got the headset.